Every month since January of 2016, there are more than 3,000 unaccompanied refugee minors in Greece. The number of spaces in children's shelters, however, has hovered around 11,000 each month. Hundreds of unaccompanied children spend months on wait lists, wondering if the organization they registered with forgot about them. To survive the months without formal support, they turn to long settled immigrant communities in Athens, seeking support from experienced migrants who speak their language and may even have roots in their hometown. Afghans often find these communities around Victoria Square in the center of Athens, while Pakistanis and Bangladeshis are nestled in the neighborhoods surrounding Omonia Square. Unfortunately, exploitative lending and labor practices run rampant in these older migrant communities, which have been systematically excluded from the formal Greek economy. These migrants have been absorbed by the demand for informal agricultural labor in Greek farms since they began settling in the country in the late 1990s. Unaccompanied refugee children who turn to these communities for support are often sent to work in the exploitative industries that the migrants occupy, such as agriculture. 17-year-old Mohammed Hassan turned to local Bangladeshis for support while he was waitlisted for an unaccompanied minor's shelter. A Bangladeshi man from his hometown gave him accommodations, but demanded rent, for which Hassan had no money. The same man connected Hassan to a labor supervisor in a strawberry field so that he could work to pay back the money he owed. There are thousands of fields, with thousands of people working, says Hassan. Under each owner, there is a supervisor, a Bangladeshi or a Pakistani, and each supervisor manages 100 workers. There are few Greeks in the fields other than the owners. The whole system depends on people from other countries, Hassan adds. The work Hassan had to do was grueling, and despite his young age, he developed chronic backaches. His supervisor deducted money for food and farming supplies from his meager salary, and within months Hassan was trapped in a cycle of debt. As Hassan's 18th birthday approached, his chances of being placed in the shelter became slimmer, since he would no longer be eligible as an adult. However, even if he was somehow placed before he turned 18, the debts he had accumulated while on the wait list meant that a children's shelter was no longer a viable option for him. Shelters do not remove minors from the cycle of debt that they may become trapped in while on the wait list. Living in a shelter prevents minors from working to repay their debts, as it is illegal for refugee minors to work. It does not, however, protect them from retaliation that they may face for not making payments. In fact, many children's shelters are in the same neighborhoods as the migrant communities, where they can easily be found by the men to whom they may owe money. For the hundreds of unaccompanied minors waitlisted for shelter each month, by the time they are actually given a place, it might be too late.